Welcome to our first 2019 podcast.
So, New Year.
Thank goodness. I was done with that old one.
I don't think that you're fully done with 2018. I think 2018 is lingering a little bit for you.
Still, I consider it to be done and over with.
So this new adventure, not venture, but tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just, it's going to be simple, easy, and over with. Anyway, what Heather is referring to is...
Your Christmas got canceled.
Yeah, our Christmas got canceled. We will be having Christmas on Saturday, January 5th. I started passing kidney stones Christmas morning, ended up in the emergency room, had to have a procedure done, have to go back tomorrow to have another one and remove the kidney stones. So it's been quite an eventful way to end the year. That made 4 surgeries in 2018 between my husband and I. It was a rough year.
Yeah.
So
that's why I didn't know if maybe you were just going to tack that on to the end of 2018. But.
Yeah. I guess I probably should.
We'll just consider that.
Yeah, I'm so happy 2018's over.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I felt so bad for my family and our kids. Nobody could come celebrate, but we're just going to make up for it on Saturday, and my decorations will be taken down someday. Someday.
She didn't say Sunday.
No, I said
she said
someday. It's a good thing that I like them this year. They're not annoying me, and I think they're really pretty, so it's okay.
Yeah, I still have to take mine down too, because I just got back on New Year's Eve, and then I worked on New Year's Day.
Wow.
And so tonight I took down the shop this afternoon, undecorated it, but I'll take down my decorations at home.
It's
tonight.
So much work, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was fun this year. I really was happy with the way everything turned out, so I can still look at it for another, I don't know, however long this takes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be nice. Your family will make up for it and have a good Christmas. If they can make it here, because it's so flipping cold.
Yeah, and hopefully the weather.
My car did not want to start this morning. It said, I don't think so. It is too cold.
Yeah, it's been like one below in the mornings, hasn't it?
Somebody said to me yesterday it was like a -6, but I think she was up in Park City.
Oh,
but
okay. Still, it's cold.
Oh,
I didn't have to leave the house. Yesterday was the first time I'd left the house since the day after Christmas. I just put my feet up, did some knitting. Once I started feeling a little bit better, it actually, when I wasn't feeling good, it really sucked. Mm-hmm. But once I started feeling better, it was just nice to have a really long vacation. So,
yeah, speaking of vacations, last time we podcast, I was talking about how I was going to Tennessee. And there was a couple of yarn shops I was excited to go see. And we were going to go to the Knoxville Zoo. And some other things. I can't remember what all we had planned. And what was it? Days.
Yeah.
Days before. 2 days, 3 days before I was going to leave, everything got changed. Our friends in Tennessee that we were going to go visit got sick. And on top of being sick, their backyard flooded from their sprinkler system. Then, of course, after this all happened too, they then proceeded to get days of rain as well. And it wasn't just the 5 of us. It was my best friend. Yeah, it was going to be 5 of us going to visit, but it was our 3 dogs, and they have a dog. So yeah, it was going to be... So anyway, they had to cancel. Then on top of that, my best friend who, I was flying to Chicago to meet up with them and her family and drive down with them to Tennessee, his stepfather passed away. So he had to fly out to Arizona to be with his mom and to help his mom. And so I didn't, so I had to change my plan. So since I was flying to Chicago, I just changed my second leg that was from Tennessee back, just to do, from Chicago back here. And so I didn't even get to see her husband because I flew out on New Year's Eve at 1 o'clock and he landed at 9 p.m.
Oh my goodness. Aww.
So I didn't get to see him, but I spent the week out in Chicago, and Holy cow. It was great. To somebody else, they might have been like, really? That's all you did? But we went hiking one day. Day after Christmas was nice. It was like 45.
Wow.
Yeah, compared to what was here.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I had no idea it was as cold as it was here. And the sun was out, which in Chicago, you take advantage of when the sun's out. And we went hiking. And it was Laura and I and the boys and Creed's girlfriend. And yeah, and so we went hiking. We had packed lunch and, yeah, it was great. And then we played games.
Nice.
Settlers of Catan.
Could have guessed that one.
Yep. Settlers of Catan. We played Mexican Train, which is a dominoes game. We played cards. We played some new game that Shaden got for Christmas. I Know or something like that. Anyway, it was a lot of games. And then a lot of just sitting and knitting.
Nice.
There, what was it, Saturday, the 29th. Football, college football, all day long. It was awesome. Florida Gators beat, who did they play? Oh my gosh, can't believe I can't remember who they played. They won, that's the point. And then Notre Dame versus Clemson. Poor Notre Dame. I think they ended up with 3 points.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they got their butts kicked.
Wow.
And then at that night we watched Alabama, Oklahoma. And I thought Oklahoma was going to get they just did not start out well. And I was like, oh, and Alabama is just Alabama. They're freaking amazing. It's disgusting. It really is annoying. And, but anyway, Oklahoma came back with fighting and made it a really fun, interesting game. And I was texting with Jan throughout the games because she doesn't have an ESPN. And so I was informing her of what was going on in all the college football games. So, and of course, then that was just us on the couch all day, and I'm knitting and watching. And yeah, got
Nice.
Laura started on a new project. She's making a sweater
Oh, wow.
on a knitting loom.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So we took, remember my crochet pattern, Canyon something or another. I'll put it in here, the name of it. It's a crochet pattern, but basically it's it's a flat rectangle that then you fold and you stitch up the bottom to create armholes, and then it kind of curls around the neck. It's a very simple, basic. There's no structure to it. It's just a box. Well, we basically took the crochet measurements, and she's doing it on a loom.
Oh, nice.
She's knitting it on a loom with her homespun. God, that
fun.
girl loves her homespun yarn. So, so we got her started on that, and so she's plugging away, and she's just going to keep going until she gets to 40 inches, and then we'll have to FaceTime or Zoom or something, because she's never cast it off before. I kind of explained it to her, but we'll have to do that. But she also might get some help, because when I was out there, we went to a meetup for the Naperville, what's the name of it? Naperville Knitting, Crocheting, and Crafting Circle.
Nice.
So I went with her. She's not the most social of people, so she was very glad to have me there to go to her first one. But they get together like twice a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they get together on Saturday mornings and Thursday nights, both times at, they have a Panera Bread restaurant. Do we have Paneras out here?
I've never heard of it.
No, Panera is like Kneaders, kind of.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Kneaders. And so they meet there, and they just have a big long table that they sit at
That's
and
nice.
work on their... But what was really cool was that most of the people that were at the meetup that Saturday were all newbies.
Oh.
They said they were like shocked. They were like, we haven't had any new people in like a month. And all of a sudden, like most of the people that were there were all first timers.
Wow.
So that was good. That was good to go with her, and everybody in the group knits and crochets. One lady, what was her name? Mercy, I think was her name. She brought a finished Norwegian sweater.
Oh.
That it was a kit that she bought. Like it even came like with the like a patch, which made it like an official Norwegian ski sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And whole stranded work and color work, it was gorgeous. Laura was blown away. She's like, I can't believe she made that. I'm like, you can do that too. She's like, oh no, I could never. I said, you could one day.
Yes.
And she's taking her first knitting class in February.
Oh, good. Oh, that's
She's gonna
awesome.
try to do the needles.
That's
so we'll
great.
see. But yeah. So
Oh, that's
that was good. It was all good. And then of course the only other major thing that has been like anticipation has been unbelievable, that Shaden, the 12-year-old, is taller than me.
You were expecting that.
He has been dying, probably for a year, to see me.
How cute.
And so we got a picture, and you know what? Like, he's taller than me.
Wow.
He's not like just, hair. Like, he's like a few inches.
Oh,
like,
wow.
he definitely...
It's so fun to be short, isn't it, Heather?
is so. I mean, I know it doesn't take much to be taller than me, but it's hard when those, they were my little babies. And
That's how I feel about my grandkids, and they're all passing me up.
yeah. Ugh. So anyway, so it was a good time. It was very relaxing. We didn't do a whole lot, but I was fine with that. It was great.
Nice
It was
to have
really
some downtime.
It was really, really nice.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you had a good trip.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So what you want to talk about some knitting now that we've
Sure.
jabbered on about our holidays?
Yep. So, as always, I was still knitting on Christmas morning to finish my last project, and that's when I started not feeling too well and thought I just had a tummy ache.
Such an excuse.
So I got it finished, and I got up to go wrap it, and that's when I was doubled over and it was over. But I did get everything done.
That's incredible.
But I only have one hat to show that I finished up that's not wrapped, and it's my favorite pattern these days.
Is that the Declan?
Mm-hmm. And I just love this pattern. It's fun to knit. It's it fits perfect. It's cute. I just really like this one.
Yeah.
And this
it looks
one's
really nice.
This one was just made out of some Vanna. Is that who it is?
Vanna White?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Something. I didn't keep the label. I'm not sure what it was. But I needed something that could be thrown in the washer and wasn't a fancy yarn. So yeah. So I got it all done, which was great. And I'm trying to think about next year already because I don't want to be in that situation again.
Yeah, well, totally not meaning to change the subject, but was it Jan? Jan had brought up about, what she accomplished this year. And I started thinking about it. And most of my knitting this year went to other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a selfish knitter.
Yeah.
Most of mine went to me.
I think the only finished projects that I have for myself this year was 3 hats and a pair of slippers.
Wow. I did 2 sweaters, a shawl,
Oh my gosh.
and I did a lot of hats. Did I do 2 shawls? I think I might have done 2 shawls. Yeah.
Am I just really slow? Like when I watch these podcasts and people talk about, like the lady at the Naperville Knit Up. I said, oh my gosh. I'm like, how long did that take you? Oh, about a month.
Yeah. I don't.
What? I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I tend to do the same thing. I'm thinking, am I really slow? Because this seems like it should be done now. It's taken me 3 months, but then I have to remember that I had started over twice.
Yeah.
So
I'm working on a summer sweater that I started. I swear I started the thing in the spring.
you did.
Yeah, and it's still not done.
Well, you're busy though too. I mean, how much time do you get to really spend knitting?
I don't know.
I don't think you probably spend as much time as you think you do.
Maybe.
Might be. So, I decided that I wanted to clear up some of my old projects that are lingering and getting on my nerves because I want them done. So I thought, well, I'm going to be down for 9 days, so I'm going to start my husband's sweater again. When I picked it up, I just couldn't remember where I was. I couldn't remember what size I had started, so I just ripped the whole thing out and started again. So this is the 3rd time that I've started it. So today what is today?
The 2nd.
And I started it on the 30th, I think. It's going pretty quickly. This is the back. Let's get that up there. This is the back of it.
Wow.
So that's just a few days of knitting. It's going pretty
Holy
fast.
crap.
But that's pretty much all I've
look at
done.
that pattern.
That's pretty much been all I've been doing. Well, I have another one I've been knitting on too, but yeah, I've put a lot of time into this. But it's an Aran weight yarn, so it's going
okay.
fast. In fact, it's going so fast. I'm thinking, what was taking me so long before?
Probably because you didn't work on it consistently.
Right.
I think when you've got patterns and stuff like that, when you work on it consistently, it goes faster because you remember.
Yeah, you just can't. On this one, you
Yeah.
just can't stop. Like before, when I was working on it, I was always so tired. I'd only do like 1 or 2 rows, and I was making mistakes all the time and going
Right.
back and fixing them. And this time it's a little bit different. It's like, you know, I can sit here for 8 hours if I want to and knit on this thing, and it doesn't matter. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. So, yeah, once I started feeling better, it was nice to be able to get working on it. And then we had to go take care of some business down in Provo on Monday. I can't, you know, I've been off work for so long, I can't remember what the days are. People say that when you don't go to work all the time that you don't know that, and I've never been able to understand how that works.
Yeah.
I understand now. I get it. So I had to have a project to work on in the car and while we were waiting for, so I started this hat, and it's just it's the Pearl Soho classic hat, classic beanie hat, something.
Okay.
And I'm using a alpaca from, we have a lady here in town who has an alpaca ranch. And so this is from
the one in Midway?
Wasatch Back. Not, that's Llama.
Oh.
Wasatch Back's here.
Oh.
And so I had a skein of hers, and then I'm carrying this mohair with it.
Oh,
So,
you're on trend.
Yeah. So it's really soft. I don't know. It's hard to see the mohair in it. Mostly looks
You
creamy
can
to
see
me.
the halo on it.
Yeah.
You can see it. All that nice little fuzziness to it.
Yeah, it's
But the
really
color-
soft.
It does have a pink to it.
Yeah, and that's what I was
Yeah.
hoping for. Because I want something, you know, starting to get into January, February, I tend to just not want to even look at brown or black or gray. And here...
Girl, you could not live in Chicago. It's so great. Like, it rained. It poured. The sun was out 2 times when I was there.
Oh, I would hate that.
And on the Sunday when it was out, it was cold. We tried to go for a walk, and when that wind, it just takes your breath away.
Oh,
But yeah, sun was out 2 days.
wow.
That's it.
Yeah, I just want some bright colored things because spring lasts forever where we live. Like, I'm talking May, you can still wear a sweater and a
Yeah.
hat. Okay, it just takes forever. So I want some brighter colored garments and accessories to wear in the springtime. So, but yeah, so got that going, and that's all the knitting that I have.
Well, I have only knitted on one thing. And it is in my Delphina
that is so cute.
bag. I got this for myself. I even had a guy on the airplane on my way home ask if he could take a picture of my knitting bag because he thinks his wife knitted, and it made him chuckle with the fact that it said knitting takes balls. So I have only worked on the Spice Market.
Oh my
But
gosh, you got a lot
yes,
done.
I have.
Oh my heck. Oh, that's beautiful, Heather. Oh my gosh.
There, so hold the tail.
Oh, those colors. That's gorgeous.
So I have started in. So I am just about done with purple. So it's the orange, that gold, and then the purple. And I am 1, 2. Oh, I still have 2 more on the purple to do.
Wow.
Because there's 4. And then,
That is
so that's
just
halfway.
Beautiful.
Because then I have the green, the blue, and the pinkish purple, whatever. So I'm about halfway through this middle section.
Wow.
I think I have I have a progress keeper.
Oh yeah. Wow, that is so pretty.
So, the problem I had, which I think I talked about on the last podcast, because it was this first row of the color, not the main gray, but the color. There is, I think I can talk about it. I don't think I'll give away about anything about it. There's a special stitch where you're doing 3 of the color, 1 of the main, 3 of the color, 1 of the main, and you're working your way across. Then when you come back, you're supposed to do a special stitch with those 3 colored
Okay.
stitches.
Okay.
So this is knit on a 4. I think it called for a 2.5. I went up to a 4 because of how tight I knit. So I did this one with a 4. This little row, 1 row, hour and a half.
Wow.
I mean, it really, seriously, was so time consuming and was killing my hands that I had to keep stopping because I knit so stinking tight that I could not get the needle to go into the 3 stitches. And I not only once, but twice I have to go into the 3 stitches.
Oh, wow.
So, on each one. So, then I was hemming and hawing and thinking about it. I'm like, what can I do? I was thinking about changing the stitch. And then I thought, well, wait. Why don't I go up 1 needle size on the setup row? So I went to a 5. So this one was a 4. Then I went to a 5.
Oh, wow.
And so I would just knit that setup row where it was the main color 3 of the color, main color 3 of the color on a bigger needle.
Smart.
So then when I went back, I would put it back onto the 4 and it gave me more room, but not enough.
Oh.
I kept splitting the yarn.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm up to a 6.
Wow.
So just on that setup row, so from here up is all a 6 on that setup row.
Wow.
And it's
looks
going.
great. It looks beautiful.
So yeah.
It is gorgeous.
So that's
Oh.
my On the Spice Market, and that's it. I didn't touch my summer sweater. I didn't touch anything else. I had thought about maybe doing some hats for the boys. They weren't interested, so I just sat and knit on
Wow.
this.
Wow, it's beautiful. You're doing a
So-
good job. It's really pretty.
So yeah, so that's it, and it all fits in.
Nice. Cute
All
bag.
fits in here. I
Cute
know. I love
bag.
it. I do. I like it a lot. It was a Christmas gift to myself.
Nice.
So
Speaking of bags, I made a couple more. I'm not sure if I haven't been able to work on them lately, but I don't know if I showed this one.
No,
over
I don't think
before
so.
or not. This was a Christmas one that I did. Turned out really cute. It was
That's
fun.
very cute. I like the
Yeah.
inside. Show the inside too.
Inside.
Little snowflakes.
Yeah, I
That's
have a
very
couple
cute.
of these. I think I have 3 of them. And then this one I thought was really cute too. See the little doggies.
Oh,
and
how
kitties on
cute is
there?
that?
Yeah. And the inside of this one is just a purple, light purple. So
That's so
yeah,
cute.
They're fun. I really have enjoyed them. I put all my sewing stuff away so that we could have Christmas dinner on our table. And when that didn't happen, when I started feeling better, I didn't want to get it all back out because I have to put it all back away again. So I'm just waiting.
for Saturday.
Yeah, just waiting for finish up on Saturday and then I can get back to sewing. I really have enjoyed sewing. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Have you bought anything?
No.
New?
I'm trying to think. Have I gotten anything? I don't think so. I don't think I got any knitting related stuff for Christmas. No.
Oh, I got that bag.
Yeah.
Because I got it for myself. But I did buy something when I was in Chicago.
Oh, good.
So, Tennessee, probably the biggest disappointment was that I didn't get to go to the yarn shops. There was one in Plainfield, which was like 20 minutes or so from Laura, but their hours are weird. They're like open from 10 to 4. And it just didn't work out on any of the days to go over there. The day that we were over there, I think, was on the Sunday.
Oh.
And they weren't open on Sunday. So anyway, but I went to Hobby Lobby for the first time.
Oh wow, it overwhelms me a little
That
bit.
store is enormous.
Yeah, it kind of, because you walk in and I just want to buy everything and redecorate my house, and then I want to do all these projects.
I had no idea whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I found this yarn, and the Night Shift is that shawl that Andrea Mowry, I think, is the designer, and it's made with Spin Cycle yarn. To make that project as she did, little pricey. So I've been looking, Severine's been looking for alternatives, and I found this.
Oh, that's pretty.
And of course I pick out the ugliest skein. Let me pick out a different one.
Oh wow. So hers wasn't, it's knit in a colored...
knit, where
okay.
it's the one strand is more than one color. And it varies throughout. But then she combined this with other similar. So it's kind of not a fade in any essence, but they coordinate. But you move from one to another yarn throughout the shawl.
So this one's carried all through the shawl?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just couldn't coordinate this with anything else that was there. And they had 3 skeins, so I bought the 3 skeins, and I'll save the receipt, and I'll go to our Hobby Lobby and see if they have a different variety, and maybe I can come up with stuff that will match. Otherwise, this is enough to do something with these 3.
Right.
So
How many yards are in there?
just under 300.
Oh yeah. That's pretty.
Isn't it?
It's really pretty. I'll make a beautiful shawl.
Yeah. So
Is it going to stripe, or I think it looks like it'll probably be kind of stripy maybe.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
So it there's the label. So yeah, I liked it. I was like hemmed and hawed, and I said, you know what? I think it was like 30% or 40% off because of the holidays, and I said,
You can't go wrong there.
yeah. I know I need more yarn, like I need a hole in the head, but that's the closest thing that I've seen. And also the other problem or potential problem is I think that this is more of a DK
Looks like it.
than a worsted, and that pattern calls for worsted.
Oh.
But the other yarn that they had there that was, similar in the sense that it had multiple colors was like a chunky.
Oh. I love that. That is so pretty. I love that blue.
Yeah. So I got it thinking it can be something in my life, maybe, 10 years from now, but yeah. So
I feel your pain.
So yeah, exactly. I know. When I was at Laura's and we turned on the podcast, she's like, "Where do you film that?" I said, "At Deborah's house." She goes, "That's her house?" I said, "Yep, that's her yarn stash."
And it's so hard because I want to buy yarn so badly. I still have a gift certificate for Etsy that I got for Christmas last year, and I want to buy yarn with it, but I need to throw some more in with it. But I just don't feel like I can justify buying yarn when I have yarn.
Yeah, I know. You'd think I could stop, but
It's difficult.
It
is
so
difficult.
So we decided we need to, let's try that again. We have decided on our knit along for the new year.
Yes.
We are going to do the Campside sweater by
Alicia Plummer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we picked that one because most of the people in our group have never done a sweater, and it seemed a good entry level.
Yeah, I think it will be.
And it came in 2 versions, cardigan or pullover, so people can choose then which they would like to wear, or not wear, make. And so, yeah, it's DK weight yarn, and we're going to officially start next Thursday. I know people are, working on their gauge and, doing gauge swatch and figuring out that.
I'm still dyeing. I'm dyeing my own yarn for mine because I have a whole bunch of yarn that needs to be dyed. I don't have enough in here to use.
It's such a great hobby.
It is.
Yeah, so I know that 4 of us, I think, are using yarn from Peru.
Oh, yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah, so this is a little project bag I found at, what's that, Ramblin' Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
I found
that's
that
cute.
at Ramblin' Rose.
Are they selling project bags there then?
Yeah, it was in the
Really?
little yarn section.
Oh, wow. I haven't been in there since they added it.
Yeah, and I haven't. That was my first time and only time being
That
in
is
there.
a cute bag.
Yeah. So we are using, Caroline and Tori went to Peru this past year. And they brought back DK yarn for us in their own. And so yeah, so this is
That's
like
pretty.
a brown alpaca,
It's soft.
baby alpaca. And Caroline's doing hers in the red.
That's going to be pretty.
And I think Annette is doing a rust color, and I'm not sure what Tori's doing. But yeah, so that's this is my yarn.
That's pretty.
So
I'm gonna
maybe
shoot for a navy blue.
Oh,
see
that'll
what
be
happens.
nice. That'll be very nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we'll put up a chatter thread in Ravelry in the All Tangled Up Utah podcast group, and post pictures of the yarn that you're going to use, and if you're going to do the pullover or if you're going to do the cardigan.
I think that I'm going to do the cardigan, only I'm going to steek it.
Why? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, for a couple reasons. One, it'll go a lot faster
Because you won't
because
have
you're
to
just
purl.
going around, right? Because there'll be no purling. And 2, I want to steek something just to try it.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be the perfect opportunity to do it.
Wow. See, I'm the newbie. I'm on the very newbie side of this. Is like gonna be my first neck down one piece. I'm doing the pullover. So I'm just like, why add more to it? But you've done sweaters.
Yeah.
So
I've
yeah.
done a few. So I don't think it'll be too difficult. Everyone says when they do it that it's not. So I figured this would be a really good one to try. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Wow. That's
I don't know.
awesome.
I would do a little research first before I do.
So will
first.
you do the cardigan pattern, but just add
Yes.
a few stitches to it?
Right. Yep.
For the
It's 3.
cutting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
That'll be scary.
Yes, I'm nervous already. I'm scratching the bottom of my hands. I'm like, really? Wow, you're gonna do that, huh? I'm getting all like, "Ooh."
I think so. I think it'll be okay. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Why not? What's the worst
Try
that's
it.
gonna happen?
Right.
Rip it out?
Well, if I cut it, there's not going to be any ripping out.
Well, yeah. But yeah.
So we'll see. I'm going to just do a lot of research before I do anything. So
Good.
go from there. First, I have to dye that yarn.
Yes, that you need to get on.
I was supposed to do it today.
Well,
It's soaking now, but it's dark.
tomorrow
now,
you're
so I don't
having
wanna do it.
your little surgery.
It's going to be in and out, easy.
Good.
Come
I
home and
hope
dye
so.
yarn.
I hope you feel just fine afterwards, that you're not.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay. So yeah, go let us know what color, what kind of yarn, what yarn you're using, and we'll chit chat and check in on Ravelry.
Should be fun.
I'm Heather, by the way.
I'm Deborah.
I don't think we mentioned that in the beginning.
We did not.
We didn't. I can be found on Ravelry and Instagram at Shorty Pete.
And I can be found on Ravelry and Instagram as the Dutchman's Wife.
Perfect. All right. Well, Happy New Year.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks. And if you're new to this, thanks for tuning in. And if you've enjoyed any portion of this, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. All right, guys, have a great day.
See ya. Bye.